May the world be in turmoil, I'm too busy sharpening my oyster knife. And with the world in turmoil, it appears that the soldiers in Petersburg found time to sharpen their oyster knives, as the inspiration for my movie was a picture in the Library of Congress of an oyster shack at Petersburg that was bomb-proof to protect it from enemy fire. That means that the demand for oysters among the soldiers was so great that they had to move the business up to the front lines. Now, the plot inspiration for my movie mostly was from the full Monty. Unlikely heroes pursue a half-baked plan or idea and perform a small miracle. Here we have a half-baked idea of an oyster business to see if it can amount to something. Now, I do have a diverse group of people that I'm proud of, and one of the reviewer comments that I remember the most is this is a Civil War movie that's not about middle-aged white guys. In fact, at a significant juncture, I have 3 women having to work alone among the Army while the surviving men are still tonguing oysters at the mouth of the bay. I have some memorable scenes. I have 3 Union soldiers and an escaped slave slurping oysters on the deck of what I call the Freedom Boat, the day they had liberated him from slavery. And I have a scene I call the Date from Hell, which starts with my 2 lovers taking a romantic ride through the country, accidentally passing a battlefield that hadn't been touched in 6 months and observing the moldering corpses, but in the end concluding the date in triumph that evening. Now, as for me, I'm a Navy officer twice. I was in the first Gulf War on the worst ship in the Navy, the USS Detroit. I then rejoined the Navy in 2003 to serve in Iraqi freedom as a patrol boat commander in Kuwait. I was an assistant operations manager in Philadelphia at Tiffany & Company, and I was also the ship's manager at the USS Olympia. Currently, I work as an attorney, but I found about 7 years ago that I really love to write, and that's my passion. And a friend said I had a knack for dialogue, so it drove me to writing screenplays. I've completed 3 screenplays so far. Siege Oysters, in addition to placing at Hollywood Jumbo, was a finalist at Peachtree Village International Film Festival last year, and has been a quarterfinalist at both the Atlanta and Austin Screenplay Awards contests this year. I have another screenplay, The All-American Girls, a World War II screenplay that was a finalist at Scriptapalooza in 2018, and a brand new screenplay, Just One of the Girls, with a logline of a hard-parting transgender girl makes good when she falls for a widower with 2 children. The last movie was inspired in part by Pose, but it features a more fragile and volatile demographic. Now, my advice for writers is, first, above all, write. I have a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues who say they're writers, who want to be writers, who don't bother putting words to page. I found once you put words to page, good things actually happen. Throughout Siege Oysters, the escaped slaves are singing "Michael, row your boat ashore." That happened spontaneously. One of them just broke out in that song. I researched it and found out that it appeared first in history in 1862 in the Georgia Tidewater, and moving it to the Virginia Tidewater a year later in 1863 was not a big stretch. Another advice I would give to any aspiring writer is write what's in your heart and what you know. I have a good friend who told me about his wonderful experiences standing up to bullies, but he wanted to pursue other things, and I don't know if he's written anything yet. My final advice for an aspiring writer is beware and be knowledgeable and be able to react to criticism and negativity. I've learned that there's a strong subjective element in reading a script.